I'm going to show you to make a simple alcohol burning stove using an aluminum water bottle, a Dremel, a couple Dremel bits. This is a cutting wheel, the smallest possible drill bit you can find, and this can be used with the Dremel, but in my case I'm going to use the drill press, and also a little grinding bit for the Dremel, a pen and marker, piece of scrap paper, and a ruler. Now I want this stove to be relatively high capacity, so I'm actually going to make this about half as tall as this can, and it's about 122 millimeters tall. And I'm just going to take my my pin right at about the midpoint of this can. I want it to be a very high capacity stove. It is important to note that you should take this very slow. This is an important step. So I put it in my vise, and we will just go slowly and cut along the line and turn it as needed. So here we go. Now you've got two pretty jagged bottle halves, alright, but they should be about the same height. See right there? About the same height, a little jagged. So I'm going to take a little rasp and I'm gonna clean these up a bit. Well, YouTube, I have realized a flaw in my design, and it's a big flaw. So the object of this is that I'm going to fix this upside down spout down into the bottle. But the problem is that my flames are going to be coming out of small holes around the bottom of this can. And it's going to be way too far down from any reservoir that's going to be heated. So I'm going to have to redo this design by taking about that much off the top of this can. So here's me redoing my stupidity here, because I'm kind of dumb. And I'm going to make a new mark on this can, just about on this bottom here, just about a little higher than this little ridge, because that's about where I want my flames to be coming out and getting in close contact with my cooking container. So I'm just going to make a little mark here and hope I can see that, which I really can't. My God, I'm going to have to do something else here. Just use this X-Acto, make a mark. Hope I can see that. Yep. Can definitely see that right there. And so now I'm just going to cut that out, cut the top off this. Ooh, uh-oh, I've broken my cutting tool. Oh shit. Alright, so here's the deal. Forget that Dremel. Forget all that. This is the way I should have done this from the get-go. Set up a grinding blade, or essentially what have you, a blade that will cut through this metal. So this is going to cut it at the exact same spot this is going to be cut. So they should fit together real nice. Should about match, and it's not very smooth, but I'm gonna cut my next couple cuts. I'll show you what those are. So before I keep going, you got these sharp little edges on here. I'm gonna take my rasp. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'm gonna be drilling holes into the bottom of this. So I'm gonna take this, kind of hold it like so. It's about 7 millimeters from the ground, and I hope I get a better line. Yeah, that's a decent line right there. This is going to be the line in which I'm going to drill my holes, 1/2 inch apart from each other, and we will just mark 1/2 inch increments down this paper. Now we will tape the paper, and then we will mark with the X-Acto points for our little holes. Here we go. 15, 16, 17, 18. Sounds good. That's a round number. I guess that's a good thing. I have no idea. So I'm going to drill these holes with the drill press. I've crammed these 2 blocks of wood inside of the bottom of the stove so it'll hold its shape while I'm drilling. Well, if you've ever done any kind of tinkering, you know that happy accidents do occur, and they are certainly welcome. And my happy accident was that I actually broke a Dremel bit, and that ended up being exactly what I needed to get these really tiny holes. Some of them are pretty tiny, and I think I may go over some of them again just to make sure. As you can see, I'm feeling good about my holes now. That's perfect. Now this thing I want to do before I jam this thing down in here, which will be the final step. I'm going to cut 2 or maybe 3. I might do 3 inlet holes for the alcohol to move to the sides. I've seen guys do 4. I've seen guys do 2. So I'm going to try 3 little guys. So there are just my 3 very shallow inlet holes for the alcohol. Alright, here's a fun bit. Get to slam this guy down in there, and I'm gonna hope I'm pretty dang even here, so it should hit the bottom and it should be pretty good. So slam away. So there we go, slamming completed. Pretty even. Here's this little guy. Cleaned him up with some sandpaper. I was using 50% isopropyl alcohol. I went to the store and I got some 90% now. So I'm going to put an arbitrary amount in here. I have no clue how much that was. So a little bit more. So we're going to see what happens with it. I don't know how much that is. Just splash. I've got my 2 cups of water right here. We're going to be waiting on that priming to occur. Got some flames beginning here without igniting anything around here. So I'm going to try and just let those occur naturally without using the lighter. Well, I'm impatient. I'm going to use the lighter. Yeah, that's burning pretty good. Some of these holes I'm going to enlarge and they may be too small, but let's see what happens now. Put this pot on. In theory, they should remain lit around the perimeter here, so starting the clock. Righto! So it's been about 10 minutes, a little over 10 minutes. But I wanted to let it go that long because I wanted to show you. Here is it's about what I call a rolling boil. After getting that boiling here, and it's been running for 10 or 15 minutes, I can't tell any change in the level of alcohol in the stove, which is a real good sign. It's burning efficiently. It's like 18 little candles all burning at once. It's how to build your own sturdy, ultralight alcohol stove out of a metal water bottle. Now I've gouged out some of these holes with an awl, and I am getting better flames all around. And I've just put a cold out of the spigot, out of the faucet, another 2 cups of water on there, and we'll see how long it takes. So here's the fully primed result. Some nice purple flame coming up, kind of generally all around the base. And this has been less than 10 minutes now and it boiled, so getting a better result after enlarging the holes. So there you have it.